Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning. It depends where you guys are watching us from. Bonjour, bonsoir. I hope everybody's doing well. Again, this is Coach Jeanine, and then with the Umoja Global Network. So we're so excited. Like we always come every Sunday to be able to give you some tools and strategy so you can be able to be the best leader that you can be. And I am here joined by my co-host, Coach Tina. I'm so excited today. And our special guest, that would she doesn't need a title. Definitely Coach Lunesha. Welcome, Coach Lunesha. How are you tonight?
I am doing absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful to be here, Coach Jeanine, with you and Coach Tina. It is absolutely an honor. So thank you for having me. I'm doing well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I hope you guys can be able to share this show, so with episode, so we can be able to reach more people. Because the most important thing, we really want you guys to have some pen and some pencil, so you can be able to really write that down, because we're gonna have some good nuggets that we're gonna be dropping tonight. Again, this is Umoja Global Network, and I'm so excited to have these wonderful ladies, servant leader. And I know that these two ladies, they're always here to empower you. So I can't wait to hear whatever they have for us tonight. So I'm so excited to be here. And we just celebrate, today actually in Paris, in Europe, they celebrate Mother's Day. So today I was like, look, I had some couple clients and couple friends that we were just celebrating, in French. So that was awesome. To be able to celebrate, in actually both location, Mother's Day in the US and then in Paris, they celebrate today. That was awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So happy Mother's Day
Yeah,
to
happy
Yes,
all
Mother's
of the
Day.
women that are in France.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. And around the world, because Mother's Day should really be every single day. So
Yes,
Yes.
happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful, beautiful mothers and those that are, acting as mothers, because you don't have to have given birth in order to be a mom. It's just whoever God assigns your life to. So thank God for all the mothers and everyone that is in a mother's role.
absolutely. I could agree more. That's very true. Like to me, I usually say I'm a mom, even though physically I don't have a yet, but I say I'm a good aunt, but I'm a good mom too. Can you say
Yes.
that? Absolutely, I'm a good
Yes.
auntie. Yeah, Coach Ned, do you want anything to add?
Yes. I'm just going to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers all around the world. This is it's great to be able to celebrate in different Paris and then celebrate in the United
Mhm,
States. And but we
mhm.
all won. So we
Yes,
are one all over the world. We just celebrate each other as even as servant leaders, mothers, us serving. We serve our kids, we serve our husbands, our family. We're always serving in some form of fashion. So happy Mother's Day, ladies.
absolutely. And Coach Tina, guys, if you don't remember, a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, we celebrate Coach Tina. She's now, really acting as our woman council. So I'm so excited for
Yes,
her. Yay!
yes.
So how's that going for you, Coach Tina? Your first week, right?
Yeah, my first week. I done had 3 meetings so far already. It's just like it was a busy week. So yeah, it's I'm enjoying it. It's different, but I
Yes.
love doing it.
Ooh, she loved to serve. Ladies, these two ladies, they love to serve. I keep seeing them. They keep showing up and showing up. I'm just gonna give you a little briefing about, Coach Lunesha. She's definitely this type of leader that we met, through our awesome coach, Dr. Tanya, and then
Yes.
we kept, keep definitely being in the same platform. You can definitely see her heart. She poured to us. I remember, I think it was last year when she been invited, to be a speaker, and I was just blessed. I was like, I need to connect with her, like I always do. So it was really amazing. It's just really felt very natural. She can empower you. So she's an empowerment coach. She has more heart. So she's gonna give us definitely an opportunity to hear more about that. But just our first question to you, Coach Lanisha, how did you start about the journey about being an empowerment coach? How that process started? If you can expand on that.
Yes. So the way that it all started, it was truthfully kind of twofold. So the way that it all started is, for one, is that I lost both of my parents. Right. So I began to think about, after I had gone through that process, which is always continuous, you can never really say that you've gotten completely over it. You've learned how to cope with, the loss of parents, because you only get one set, right? You only get one mom, one dad. You can have those that fill in here and there. It takes that village. But after I lost my parents, I went through a stint of life where I said, you know what exactly am I getting up for? And the fact that I was able to ask myself that question let me know that, you lost the vision of what life is really all about. Your parents brought you here in order to have this life, and God gave this life to you to have it more abundantly. Whenever you go through that process of grief, and it's different for everybody, it may not be a loss of a parent, or you may not have been close to your parents, or whatever your story is. When you lose something that is close to you, that is important to you, it can even be, something like an animal or pet or anything. But when you lose something and that was filling, a space in your heart, in your life, you begin to see that, Lord, I need to shift this feeling that I'm having, because if I stay in this space, I won't recover. It doesn't mean that we can't go through grief. It doesn't mean that it's not a process, because it absolutely is a process to go through grief. But what I wanted to be able to do is to pull from it. And, I had been resilient my whole life. Everything that, you go through, you learn how to kind of, put on put on that cloak of, I got to bounce back. I got to find a way in order to help encourage somebody else, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. So because of that, and then let's fast forward a little bit, that I decided to go out for a pageant. Right, I decided to go out for a pageant, and because of that, shout out to my former director, Parusha Jones Sharon, amazing person, and the Miss Full Figure brand. And the reason why I bring that up is because with those two things, you're like, well, how did that merge? Well, I got up the strength to do that because I wanted to redefine who I was. I wanted to take that process, take that journey. I was already a queen, but I wanted to understand exactly what that really looked like in my life. I love to be beautiful, right?
Yes.
I love to look good, and that's wonderful. But what I was doing was transforming myself from the inside out. So through the tragedy of losing my parents and finding a redefinition to that thing that we call self, understanding what God had for me, that He did not want for me to lay down and die with my parents. He wanted me to continue and to go on to share not only the love that you can have for your parents, and how that it can push you to do other things that you never thought that you would do, and how that the resilience that God gives you the strength to have in order to continue to cope, and to get counseling, and to get all of the things that you need in order to restore yourself back to the person, the better person that you are now, and that
Yes.
you've grown, and know that, hey, if I can get through this, then I can empower other women to get to that. So it came together where my platform became, women's empowerment and development of self, to be able to renew and to restore and to have all of those things to pour back into yourself, and self-love that you needed, and to understand that there's other queens out there that need the same thing. There's other kings out there that need the same thing. So if you rebound and you tell your story and you are resilient in that effort, now you become that coach that you need to become, because now you've lived it. Now you're able to pour into others and to help them get and become their best selves. So it came twofold, from death unto triumph, and from the fact that I was able to kind of, go through this pageant journey. And I actually won to become the Miss Full Figure Queen, formerly, that I was in 2021.
Yes.
Went to nationals and got first runner up, all of those things. So I did it not just for myself, but for every woman that I run into, for every man that I run into, every child, every boy, every girl that I run into that says, you know what, I've given up on life. I don't know what my my purpose is. I don't know how to bounce back. I don't know how to find myself again after suffering. Maybe it wasn't the loss of a parent or a person, but maybe it was a loss of something in your life. Maybe it was your marriage. Maybe it was your child. Maybe it was your job. Maybe it was just your self-esteem, whatever that is and whatever that looked like. I wanted to be able to, be the bridge that fills in that gap, and to show them how that, I was able to recover, and how that they can do the same.
Oh my goodness. This is itself. I mean, I don't even have to add anything, right, Coach Tina? This is, yes, absolutely. Everything you
Yes,
just
yes.
said and more, but definitely. And also at the same time, I feel like you really accepted this is your assignment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It really become an assignment to you. So
Yes.
definitely we receive it. That's why we can feel like whenever you speak, whenever you are talking, we can just receive the empowerment because you really answer the call. I'll definitely thank you so much again, Queen Caroline in Blake. She's saying about implement self-love and self-care on a daily basis. Yes. And God will diminish and replenish. Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Queen Caroline, for joining us again. That's amazing. Absolutely. On your journey again, I'm sure you come across so many other women and that you came across. What would you say to women who are listening to you right now? They are in the same position that you were like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What would you say to them? Like let's say five things they should focusing on, 1 to 5. What some of the things they should implement now so they can be able to come back and to answer the call like you did.
Yes, and you're absolutely right, Coach Jeanine, Coach Tina. I absolutely answer the call. Whenever you go through something, it is never just for you. That's the first thing that you want to remember, that you always want to know, is everything that you go through, there is something on the horizon for the next person. It is for you to be able to truthfully, sometimes you're the blueprint for certain things. Sometimes
Yes,
that you are,
yes, I believe
that
that.
starting
Yes.
factor.
Did you hear that,
Maybe
Christina?
somebody else did not do it within your
Yes.
family.
Yes.
Somebody else
Yes.
didn't do it within your community.
Yes.
Yes.
Somebody else needed it on the other side
All
of the
right.
world. And the only way that they're going to get that is that you be able to recognize that this is not just for me, that I'm
Yes.
going through this
Hallelujah.
and I'm the one that's in it.
Mhm.
But the greatest part about this is that after I overcome, and that's the point, you keep pushing yourself. You get around people to help you be restored and to help you heal. That's the second thing.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that this is not just for you. It is you, but
Yes.
it's not just for you. There's going to be someone that's going to need what you have. They're going to need that solution in their life, because every problem or every challenge that presents itself, there's always a solution, even
Mm-hmm.
if we don't like the end
Yes.
result. There's
Yes.
always a solution, but we
Mm-hmm.
may not like the end result. But you definitely want to secondary wrap yourself up with love, and to make sure that those people that are there for you to be able to restore and to help you heal and all of those things. Because again, it is a process. If you're going through anything like grief, understand the third thing, that it doesn't happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It does not
Definitely.
happen overnight. You don't go to sleep today and wake up and it's okay
Yes.
tomorrow. It is absolutely a process, and learn to enjoy that process. It may hurt. You may cry your eyes out. You may have to go back and forth with yourself and even wrestle with your own thoughts. But the one thing about it is that understand and know that it does not happen overnight, that it is absolutely a process. The other thing that you want to absolutely understand is it is absolutely okay not to be okay at that moment. Nobody
Mm.
can make it okay for you at that
Yes.
moment if you are not okay. And don't be afraid. Number 5, don't be afraid to be your authentic self. Don't be afraid to be real about what's happening with you, because the only way that you can grow and to get through whatever it is that you're going through is that you
Mhm.
have to be real about it. And sometimes it is not pretty. Sometimes it is not who you want to seem like you're like at the time, but it
Mhm.
is okay to be real. It is okay to be you. It is okay to have every emotion that you're going through. It is okay to do anything that you need to do in order to restore yourself, but you have to be 100% real. It's almost like a plant that is trying to say, you know what, I don't have any weeds around me, but the weeds are about to snuff you out. It is okay to say that, you know what, I'm struggling, I'm drowning, whatever is happening to me is actually happening. You don't have to dismiss it, you don't have to look past it, you can actually look at it, go through it, and you can be okay. But just understand that it's going to take time, and to give yourself some grace through that process.
Absolutely. Give yourself some grace through that time. Absolutely. I can really, Coach Tina can relate on that. I can relate on that. I
Hmm.
just remember not even long ago. I mean, Coach Tina can definitely share that I've lost my brother in March.
Hmm.
And I don't know whether I was really sitting in that pain, but I keep showing up, and God just keep, some daily strength. I didn't even know how I was dealing with that. Coach, sometimes I said, "Are you okay?" Because I was still quiet, like she was checking on me just to see if I was okay. But God really helped me. I was showing up, and people, they were so surprised to see me. I was like, I don't even know how I'm doing it, but I really accepted. I said, Lord, I'm gonna keep showing up. And he really, he comforted me, but I had to really sit with that and say it's okay not to be okay. So definitely, and our Queen Caroline also say authenticity and apologetically okay not to be okay. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So, so Coach Tina, some few questions for Coach Lunesha.
Yes, I was. I had watched something like yesterday. It's talking about, you go through things and you say, "Lord, why me?"
Woo.
And then I think God sometimes put us through things because He knows we can withstand that trial or that tribulation to get through it. And He gave it all to you before you even got there,
Mm.
so you could get through it. So tell us a little bit about how God fit into all that when you was going through all that.
Yes, one of the things that the way that God fit in, oh my God. I love that question. The way that God fit in is that he was the one that made the puzzle. That's how he
Mm.
fit in. He
Mm-hmm.
literally, you know how you go to the store and you buy the puzzle and the puzzle is there for you and
Mm-hmm.
everything is, just, you pick out the puzzle that you want, right? That you
Yeah.
want to put together. Well, that's the same way that God fit into my life. He had already chosen me as the puzzle. He had already chosen every piece of my life. And it was for me to pick out the piece that he had
Yeah.
already had their
Yeah.
place. He already did the picture and then he cut it all up. And then because I can't do it all at one time. You ever
Yeah.
seen those
Yeah.
puzzles where you have to put them together piece
Yes.
by piece by piece,
Yes.
and then you
Uh-huh.
come back to it and you go back and you come back to it and you go back? It's almost it's really two pictures here. It's the person that created me, which is God himself. So he created that puzzle. So he took the time. He took his time. Fearfully and wonderfully made, we all are, right? So because he was so, meticulous in
Yes.
his way, is she going to go here? Is this the year that her parents are going to leave this earth? And what am I going to put in her path? Let me go ahead and put the whole picture together. Then I'm going to cut it up and allow her to piece it out. So
Mm-hmm.
literally, whenever I went and picked up the puzzle that I call my life, when my mother decided to go ahead and go into travail and to give birth to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful part about it was is as soon as I was conceived, the puzzle was already there. It was
Yes.
for me to put together the pieces. But before I even knew who I was and knew if I existed, he put the right parents in the right place at the right
Yes.
time to begin that life for me and to begin to put the pieces. So that's why it is super, super important for us to understand as parents, as mothers, as fathers, that we have to have our guide, which is our God, because
Yes.
he is the one that already completed our puzzle. So it's for us to make sure that he is the ultimate piece in our life, that we can look to him for the answer. We can look to him for the solution that says, you know what? Even though you slay me, yet will I trust you.
Yes.
Whenever my mother and father forsake me, and even if it's forsaken in death, they
Mm.
didn't mean to do it, but they
No.
had to
Mhm.
answer the call. They
Yes,
had to
Yeah.
go
yes,
home
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
with their father. So it
yes.
wasn't personal. So what I
Mm.
began to realize is that God was my father too. That my
Yes.
mother and my father left me something that I could hold on to. He
Yes.
was that peace that
Amen.
Yes.
passes all understanding.
Oh,
And he
yes.
was also the peace that made everything else make sense. But like, oh, now I know why you had to let them go. Because at the end of the day, Lord, I have to love you and trust you. I can't
Yes.
Woo!
just
Yes,
love and
yes,
depend on
Yes.
mama and
yes.
daddy to take me through this life. You've given me life and that life more abundantly. You breathe the breath of life into my body. So even though they brought me here, you're the one that created me. You're the one that takes me all the way from birth to eternity and to
Mhm.
the next life that there
Yes.
is to come. You are the one. So thank God for the parents that put the peace in front of me so that I
Mhm.
could understand that He is the ultimate source of life and my supply. I do love, I adore, I honor my parents. That is why I am the way that I am today and the
Yes.
woman that I am today. But the
Breathe in
reason
you.
still live, breathe,
Yes.
and have my being is because God is that peace for me, and He'll never stop being that peace. Even after I am gone, and my children are trying to figure out, my future children are trying to figure out, Mama, how am I going to piece this together without you? I'm
Mm-hmm.
going
Mhm.
to leave them that peace behind that
Yes.
Yes.
says, God is everything, darling.
Mm-hmm.
He's everything. You go to Him if you can't come to me. You find
Yes.
your newfound family. You find it. You piece it together because
Right.
it has already been finished for you. Your story has
Yes.
already been written. All
Yeah.
you have to do is live it.
Hmm.
Turn the page of your life and understand that God is in every page of that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. That's
Hallelujah.
wonderful. I love it. Love it.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. I really received that because again, many of us are listening to us, and they will be listening as a replay. Many people are definitely watching us from Africa or the other places. To me, what you just said, many people struggle with that. Even leaders, even servant leader, many of them struggle. Not that you, but you give everything to him.
Mhm.
He's the one that definitely, and it's okay to talk to him and
Yes.
say, Lord, I can't right now. I can't. My
Mm.
heart is hurting, Mom. I mean, you need to be
Woo.
able to articulate that
Mhm.
and just sit with that and say,
Mhm.
just like what our Queen Caroline said, why not me? Why
Mhm.
not you? Because he
Yes.
knows that through you,
You can
he can be
handle it.
able to bless somebody else,
Yes.
and you will be a testimony. You will be a story that you encourage somebody else. But we struggle to go through that. Many of us
Mm.
refuse to be able to go through that, to submit yourself to the
Yes.
process. To the process. So I'm
Mm.
glad that you talked about that because many of us miss the time, miss the season. Why? Because we're afraid or we don't want to go through the process.
Yes.
We can talk
No.
about that the whole night, just the
Oh my God.
process. My
Yeah.
goodness. Coach
Yeah.
Tina, go for it. Go for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little about that's how you got into empowerment. That's part of your story to get into
Yes.
empowerment. So tell us how you. What is some of the way you lead your the people that you are empowering? How do you lead them?
Yes, one of the ways that truthfully I lead them is to let them understand is that they truthfully are here in order because most people have the solution. Most people have the solution on
Yes.
the inside. The
Mhm.
only thing that is truthfully blocking them is that they're not told that they're in control.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because everyone is at your life.
Yeah.
Everyone is giving you their opinion.
Yes.
And a
Mhm.
lot of times, because we want to please everybody, we
Mm-hmm.
don't understand that God has put us in the driver's seat, but He
Yeah.
has put His spirit above that.
Yeah.
That if you are wanting to make sure that, just like a GPS, that your navigation system is correct, go ahead and put God at the
Yes.
forefront of your life.
Mhm.
Go ahead and
Yes.
choose Him at the forefront of your life. Once you do that, then you're able to navigate the way that you need to navigate. But sometimes along the way, even though that you have God at the beginning, God will use other people that are around you to give you suggestions. God will
Yes.
give you other things and other
Yes.
ideas
Yeah.
because you're connecting with the people that He wants you to connect with. He
Yeah.
doesn't give you everything all at one time. He'll
Yes.
take you to people like a coach, right? He'll take you
Yeah.
to Coach Tina. He'll take you to Coach Jeanine. He'll
Mm.
take you to Coach Lunesha and let you know that, you know what, through this conversation, I'm going to reveal some things to you.
Yeah. Mhm.
You had it in you all the time, but there are certain things that have to be poured into you to uncover
Mhm.
exactly what that solution may be for you. So what I do with the people that I work with, I let them know that, you know what, I'm here for you. And let's put together a plan that's going to make you the best you that you want to be. And
Mhm.
let allow me to be there to provide some suggestions to you. Let me be there to be that coach for you, because being a life coach means just that. You're helping somebody navigate through this life's journey. And that is an assignment of God, because he places something and a gift inside of all of us.
Yeah.
So with my clients, what I allow them to do is to understand that it is your choice, it is your decision for what you're getting ready to do. But I also, of course, am there to say, you know what, period, you have already a guiding light on the inside. You have someone that is there that created you. What does he think? What do you think? What do
Mhm.
you feel? What do you know? What gifts has he already given you to be able to be that dynamic person that you already are? And sometimes it's just allowing them to get it out and to talk and to unpack certain things. And the
Yeah.
more that you water that, the
Yeah.
more that you nourish that, the more that that
Absolutely.
flower will begin to bloom, the more that that person will begin to see. If you turn on a faucet of water and say, for instance, if there's anything in it, right? You may have a bowl of soup that you kind of ate it up, and then there's still a little of that remnant left over, but you really could not get it all out. It wasn't able
Yeah.
to get all out. And now you come and you put that water in there. You put the
Mm,
water in there, and when it rises to the top, all of that, residue comes out. Now it's a clean bowl for you to put something back in, because a
mm,
lot of times that idea has to come out, that solution has to come out in order for
Mhm.
God to reveal the
yeah,
next thing. Because if that doesn't all come out, there's no way for you to get to the next thing that you need
Yes.
to
that's right.
get to. So
Yes.
sometimes it's reminding people that, hey, you didn't miss out on it. You just didn't get it all out.
Yeah.
You like, if it didn't yield income this year, it's just because you didn't get it all out. There was
Yeah.
something that there's a piece that's missing. What's missing? Let's figure it
Yes.
out together. What is it
Right.
that you can do in your business to to reveal that next source of income for you? What can you do within your life to say to to your family that, you know what, mom needs a little time or dad needs a little time? How can I set those boundaries? It wasn't that you failed. What you
Yeah.
did is that you didn't get to the end of the thing that you were trying to do. And
Mhm.
my thing is that sometimes maybe it needed to feel like failure so you could be able to fall forward into that place where it feels better now. I had to be able to see part of the picture.
Mhm.
Oh, I can see it. The box has the picture on it of the puzzle, but you are here and you're like, wait a minute, that is not the right piece. It doesn't even fit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
make it doesn't fit.
Yes.
Oh, but now I can see that is a lighthouse. Well, would you look at there? Now I've mirrored the vision that I see. What it is that you've lost sight of your vision, and you've lost sight of the goals that were going to get you there. So a lot of times what you have to do is revisit, restore, flush it all out, start
Yeah.
over again,
Yes.
rip it up,
Mhm.
Yeah.
have start fresh. There's all types of things that you want to do. And as a coach, you're there to be there for every one of those steps. Every
Mhm.
single one of
Yes.
those steps. And because sometimes it's not always a goal that they want to reach. Sometimes
Mhm.
they just want to talk.
Mhm.
Yes.
And what happens is that when they begin to talk, now I can see where I'm going. Now I
Mhm.
hear it clearly myself. Now I see, oh, you know what, I didn't need to do anything else. I just needed to talk. I just needed
Yeah.
to unpack those things. Oh,
Mhm.
well, now I have that out of the way. Now I
Yes.
can look towards the goal. Now I can see where I need to go. You know what? All the time, I just wanted leadership. I actually
Mhm.
didn't want to start a business. Or, you know what? It wasn't leadership that I wanted. I wanted to
Mhm.
actually start a business, or I wanted to do this, or I wanted to let that gift that God has given me make room for me. So
Mhm.
it is all about understanding people. If I have to say anything, it is about understanding who the person is, it's understanding what they need as a coach, and it's also allowing them to come to the point where they're able to find the solution on their terms and not live out your goals and your dreams as a coach that you want for them, but the ones that they want for themselves. Help people to help themselves to be the best person that they decided that they wanted to be, and to be able to fulfill God's plan for their life.
Yeah. So
Woo.
yeah, so that's what I'm hearing. So when you're born, your birth, whatever's inside you is already in you. So it's, when you birth within you, it's already ready to come out. You just got to be nourished You got a coach to help coach you into that new direction, or help you figure out what's in your head that you need to get out to get that ideal out, that job you want to seek, or that business you want to seek. Coaches are for that, and you're empowering them to get to that next level, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That is it. Yes, ma'am. Coach Sheeta, that is it.
Yeah,
I love how you put
Thank
that. Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so
yeah,
much again, Coach. I know we can stay here forever just listening about it. You keep pouring to us tonight. Thank you for everybody who come in. Thank you so much again, Mary. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, definitely Pastor Dimitri. Thank you for coming in. This is something that we should definitely continue on for sure. But again,
Yes.
so Coach Lunesha, please can you tell us, before we wrap up, how people can be able to be in touch with you, how they can be able to in contact with you, because I know you have many, many hats, and you have few events coming up, so they can be able to tell you and share with you, so we can be able to support you here at Umoja Global Network.
Yes, absolutely. So, just a couple of things here. Yes, you can actually contact me through Lanisha Bridges at Growth Empowerment Motivation and Support.com. You can also go to our website, Growth Empowerment Motivation and Support.com. Also, we are definitely, we do travel, all of those things. If you want to, of course, join my team, you can definitely do that as well. Of course, reach out to me. I love to have you a part of. I have a couple of teams, so I do a jury, everything else. So just feel free to reach out to me. Look, if you can't remember that long one, Lanisha Bridges 14 at gmail.com. I definitely want to be able to connect with you all. Yes, I am definitely an entrepreneur. I'm also an author. I do have a travel business. I also have a marketing business. So there's two sides of the business. I also do jewelry. So there's two sides. You're also able to join my team that way. Of
mhm,
course, I am an author of the book that is called Gems, because at the end of the day, we are all gems in our own right. Of course, I am a master certified life coach as well for my Growth Empowerment Motivation and Support brand. I also have podcasts, the Growth Empowerment Motivation and Support podcast, that we will be having these two beautiful ladies coming up really, really soon on that podcast. So definitely join us for that. We also have just so many other things that we are doing and working through. We hold conferences, we have definitely workshops, all of those things that we are able to help empower all people. I definitely want that if you are able to connect with me, just understand and know that you will definitely receive growth, empowerment, motivation, and support. That is that acronym GEMS, because at the end of the day, when you learn and you just understand how to grow yourself, you are a seed. You are made to grow. Whenever you feel stagnant, you don't feel right. So literally, that's what you're really saying in your life, is that, hey, I feel stagnant. I don't feel like I'm growing in the way that I need to. Sometimes that branch just needs room to grow on the other side. It is okay. You're, again, that gift that makes room for you. You're just stretching your branches. You're stretching your roots. You're being able to be poured into and to pour into others. But just please understand that your life is absolutely not just your own, that it is for everyone that God has assigned you to. And understand that the greatest thing that you could ever do in your life is to connect with God on a real basis, and understand Him as not just Lord, not just Savior, but as friend, and to be able to understand that that love that He gives to you, that you can give it out to the world. It is never enough to get enough love, because you have so much to share. So please, if you don't do anything else today, please connect with me, but please also connect with others, and to be able to pour into them, love on them, encourage them, and let them know that there is a life beyond their challenges, tragedies, and anything that they have ever gone through. And understand that you are bigger than anything that you could ever go through in your life. Why? Because without you, that problem doesn't exist.
Hmm.
yes,
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 sir.
yes, yes.
Well, we're just gonna leave you with that. But Coach Tina, any few words before we wrap up? But don't forget also, we still have some time for you to join us for the Empower. I mean, yeah. See, I'm gonna keep it up. Yes, can we feel it? Yes, the power of Umoja, which is empower, empower book too. To be able to join us, please join us, and you can be able to hear more about that. You can contact me. You can contact Coach Tina, Dr. Tammy, Dr. Novella, and also Dr. Lulu. Dr. Sandy, all of the team, and Pastor Kelly, so they
Yes.
can be able to give you more opportunity. Definitely. So we hope people can be able to join us so we can be able to celebrate you and celebrate your story as well, because we also believe in unity. So umoja means unity in Swahili, and so we definitely can be able to help you also to bring your business global. So don't forget to connect with these wonderful ladies, two of them, and also myself, so we can be able to pick. And if
Yes.
you don't remember, what Coach Lunesha said or Coach Tina, just ask me. I can be able to refer to these wonderful ladies, okay? Merci beaucoup de se joindre à nous encore ce soir. C'était avec Coach Tina et puis avec Coach Lunesha. On était vraiment en train de parler des bonnes choses. Donc, je suis vraiment dans la joie aujourd'hui ce soir. On a parlé de comment t'encourager après un moment difficile, une situation difficile. Donc, nous bénissons le Seigneur pour cela et on se voit dimanche prochain. Merci beaucoup. Hey, look, thank you guys. That was
Yes.
awesome. And
Yeah.
we will see everybody next Sunday, which will have some very good things coming up. If you haven't signed up for the challenge coming up, 21 days challenge with Dr. Lovella, don't forget, you're going to see that on my studies, my profile. I'm going to put again the form. You can sign up so we can be able to be with you every single night starting June 1st to the June 21st. So I'm so excited for that every single night, because she's just published a wonderful book. If you haven't purchased, The Conversation of a Confession of a Black Woman, that is
Yes.
an amazing book. So I really recommended that. So you can join us every single night from June 1st to the June 21st. So we can be able to empower you guys and give you the nuggets you need. Again, Coach
Before we
Lunesha,
go, though,
thank you.
wait.
And then Coach Tina, you can be able to wrap up and finish it up.
You know what I'm gonna do, right?
You say what?
You know what I'm gonna do, right?
What? What?
What, you graduated yesterday, and we're going to say this.
Woo!
She graduated yesterday. Yes, her name is now Dr.
Oh my God,
Jeanine.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Woo!
But that's not what we're supposed to be saying.
I just wanted to let everybody know my
Yes.
sister is Dr. Jeanine now, so I wanted to let them know.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Christina. Talk to people about the events. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
and also you need to join us on for the 21 days, the confession of a Black woman. Y'all do not want to miss this. We have
Yes.
Dr. Lavella, and we have now Dr. Jeanine, including me, Coach Tina. So come and join us for the 21 days that's going to be empowerment too. Can you
Yes.
imagine confessions of a Black woman?
Oh,
Y'all need to be there.
Yes.
oh my goodness. That was awesome. Thank you so much, ladies, the two of you. I love you very much. Thank you for joining us. I hope you really get, you got something tonight. You write down, because all these nuggets that we just had again with this wonderful woman of God, Coach Lunesha and Coach Tina. Thank you so much again. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Au revoir. See ya.